Whether you're new to pool and practicing the basics, or a more experienced player performing drills to improve your shot making and positional play, the Drill Partner is perfect for you.
Yo, welcome back to another edition of Dogging It. I gotta fix this camera, man. Hopefully this thing doesn't fall right when we're live. I'm Molina Mike. I appreciate all you guys for hanging out with us this morning. It was a fun day yesterday. Mosconi, day number one. Well, fun for some, not fun for all, depending on which side you have rooted interest for or we're betting on or whatever the case may be. But it's a great day in pool and a great week for the sport. So we got a great guest on deck, thanks to the Matcher Media team, Jake and Adam, and the whole crew out there. They're able to help coordinate and facilitate getting us some players, and we'll have some more interviews throughout the week. We're gonna do a day two preview show. The lineup. Mike got stuck at the hotel. I think he said he's been waiting on an Uber now for about the last hour. I think he said maybe he'll pop in the chat and let me know. But we're gonna try to squeeze in a day two preview show coming up pretty soon. In the meantime, I got one of the stars for day number one, a guy who's no stranger to the biggest stage in the sport. I got Josh Filler for you guys. Josh, welcome back to the show, buddy. How are you?
Hey, thanks for having me, and I'm good.
Let's start with day number one, Josh. And it was an interesting day for you, kind of a mix of two different tales because you start off in a very non-Josh Filler type fashion, two scratches to lead off the team event. Talk me through it, man, because those were a little fluky and we didn't expect it from a guy like you.
Well, honestly, the team match is always kind of funny. I didn't have like the best opportunities on the first shots, but I tried something. The first one was really tough off the rail with inside
Yeah.
English, but missed it. Yeah, not even it was not even close, but a scratch there between the 7 and 9 was just impossible actually. But
Crazy. It was
it
a crazy
it, it,
angle that is
it
scratched.
happened, and yeah, on the second one it was also a tough shot because on the brand new table you don't know how much it's sliding, and well, I hit the two ball actually too thick, and that's why I scratched the side. And yeah, well, it can happen. It happened to me, but it's in the end it's more important how you come back, and I still believed in myself. Luckily we win in the end because Shane missed two easy balls, and yeah, I mean it's just important to win in the end. If that means I lose my two matches, okay, that's okay.
Let's talk about Shane for a second because how much do you have to bear down and respect that table when you're running out, Josh? I mean, you make it look so easy. A lot of you guys make it look so easy, but how much respect do you really got to give to even the most simplest of shots out there, given the conditions?
No, I mean, I can speak for myself. Like when I play in the US, the whole crowd is against you, obviously, which is good.
Right.
But playing under that pressure is just different. And I think also the shot selection from Shane was just not good in my opinion. He should have chosen some different shots on, especially the 9 ball into 7 ball. And but it can happen. That it happened to him is kind of hard because the last years that he's played always came up with some tricky misses.
Right.
Luckily, luckily for us, and yeah, I mean now it's 4-0 for us. Well, our goal was just to play good and get the opportunities, and they didn't took them yesterday, which was good for us. That we're 4-0 up is just incredible, and we're starting off strong today. And yeah, let's see how it goes.
Even a guy like you who's been out there for many, many years, Josh, you've been under those bright lights and that stage, those fans, all the pressure. How hard is it still whenever you return back there once a year to get like re-familiarized with those conditions?
I think it's. I mean, it depends. I mean, it depends how you played the whole year actually. So let's say you haven't been playing well, but get a wild card. Different. It's a different mindset, I think. So
Right.
I had one of the best years I think in my career so far. When I look at the AZ Billiards ranking, and I'm always full with confidence and yeah, believe in myself. It doesn't matter how I play because I know that all the opponents, like all the Asian players, or also the Americans, getting better and better, Europeans. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
always getting tougher and tougher on every event. So it's not that easy to win big events anymore.
Well,
I mean, it,
I
it
guess
never
more
has been
from
easy.
like, yeah, of course. I mean, especially it's just getting deeper. It seems like with the talent of players that are going out there and competing. But I guess Josh, more from a standpoint of just that Mosconi table. Like you don't play like that all year long. So like even a guy who you've had many years of experience playing on it, how hard is it still to kind of just show up on day one and get, comfortable back out there?
I think it depends. It depends how you, I mean, how easy it is to start. Sometimes you come to the table, you have the easiest line,
Yeah.
the easiest
Yeah.
setup of the balls, and then you get your confidence. Sometimes you break perfect, don't get a shot, you have to play push shot, and then your opponent comes up with a great safety, and then you don't get you don't get going, you don't find your gear. And luckily, the singles match just went perfect for me. I always got a shot. I played a perfect twice, a nice kick and stick, and then a perfect save on
You
the eight
did.
ball, which just made it impossible for Skylar to beat me. But you need that luck also to always get a shot after the break. Sometimes you break 10 times, have a shot on the two ball or whatever, and sometimes you break, you need to play a kick shot, a safety, or even push out
Let's talk about Sky for a minute because you go in there, you're up. I think at that point you guys were up
to 0.
2-0, right?
Yeah.
He's had your number a couple times before out there on that stage. You know how tough that he plays. What was going through your head out there? Was it easier given the score line going into match number 3 for you?
Honestly, my opinion, obviously, the score line can affect some players, but I never look on the score line. It's always a
No?
new game. It's always a new match. I mean, you wanna win anyway, so it doesn't matter
Right.
what the score is. I just go out there, play my game. I respect Sky a lot because the way he plays on the Mosconi Cup the last year is just incredible. It was
It
also
is.
important for the US team. He carried them actually, in my opinion. And yeah, it's good to have someone playing for them because that makes it a lot tougher. And but when you beat those guys on the big table, it means more. Like for myself, it means more. Yeah, it just means more.
I remember asking you after you guys won last year, just how you were feeling in that post like Mosconi Cup interview, and you said the same thing about Scott. Just as far as how tough that he competes out there, how much respect you have for him. It seems like that's a common trend amongst all your teammates, having that kind of respect for Sky out there.
Oh, can you repeat that because it
Oh,
was hard to understand?
yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now it's
Yeah.
better.
No, I was saying, last year, whenever I talked to you after you guys won the Mosconi Cup, you mentioned the same thing about Sky, just as far as having that level of respect for him. And I feel like, at least from talking with a number of your teammates, that they seem to share that same level of respect for Sky, given his performances out there on the Mosconi Cup.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, oh wait.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, obviously he's always playing really, really good, honestly. It doesn't matter what the scoreline is. He always tries his best. He has a great attitude on the table. He's having fun all the time and, goes to his teammates and, joking around and, giving them also a good time. And this is really important to have someone on the side and playing great besides that as well.
I know you're young, Josh, and you mentioned Sky's leadership, but do you feel like you're a leader out there for Team Europe?
I don't know. I think just playing wise, it's
Yeah,
kind of a leadership, but I don't want to interrupt someone or tell them what to do or whatever because I respect everybody out there because
right.
everyone is a world champion or has been the number one, whatever. But obviously, if they're gonna ask me something, I'll be honest with them, and if they need help, I help them, obviously,
Right.
because that's what you need to do in a team event.
I love it. You got to have your finger on the pulse, right? Be whatever they need you to be. If they need you just to be supportive, be supportive. If they need to
Yeah,
lean on you for advice and you're technical savvy, then lean on you for that. I mean, all of you guys are well decorated, like you said, and that's kind of the unique aspect. Do you feel like because you saw the Americans out there play a lot, and there seemed to be a lot of communication. Do you think that can be like hurtful towards your game? If there's too much talking or maybe too much micromanaging or coaching for you personally.
tough. It depends. I don't know. For me personally, I don't know. It's hard. It depends also on the momentum.
Yeah.
If the momentum is on your side, you don't even think about it because you just talk with
You're
them and
just
you don't
you're
really
just in
care.
rhythm. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But sometimes it can. It depends actually on the personality. If you're someone who likes to talk, then it doesn't matter. If you're someone who just want to stay on your own, then obviously it can, yeah, interfect or just.
Let's talk about that
affect the
triple
game.
combo. That triple combo that you made. Tell me, like that. It didn't lay that good. It laid okay. It didn't lay that good. But were you really trying to make a swing at that 9 ball?
No, 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 no. I was just trying to
Play the
see a
2 off the
path.
4 then, right? Or play 2 off the 5 to
I
come down.
play into the 8 or something. Just try to create an angle where the two ball has no chance to go in either pocket.
Right.
So, but as soon as I hit the two ball and hit the 8 ball, I saw it go straight to the 9. I was like, oh my god, this has actually a good chance now. And then when it went in, I was like, of course you're gonna take it. It's 9 ball.
Yeah.
You don't have to call any shots, and if
Right.
something like this go in, it's also TV gold actually.
It is. It is. No, for sure it is. I didn't even think about it. And Sky, to his credit, didn't hit the worst shot. He just got a bit unfortunate not to hit a rail, and
Yeah, yeah, he did
but he
actually
let
that perfect.
he did. Yeah, I mean, if had the ball just grazed the rail, I mean, you would have been in dead jail yourself. But that's
Yeah.
kind of the brutal part that is 9 ball. Let's switch gears a little bit, Josh. Let's talk about today because they're sending you out there right out the gate. Lineups are out. You're facing Federer. You guys don't have any experience playing on a Mosconi Cup stage against one another. But what experience have you had playing against Federer over the years?
Well, honestly, if I would pick three players in the world who are the best right now, obviously Federer's on the list.
Yeah.
I respect him. The last couple of years he has played were just amazing. But that's what I said earlier to Pierre or someone else on the team. I want to play him. I always want to play the best players, and when you play on one table against one of the best, it's on a Mosconi Cup table, and I just can't wait to go out there and play him.
Why do you want to play the best players? Why wouldn't you want to play someone that you can, play like a weaker player on the team? Why is it that you want to go? I want to get that number one guy. I want to rip the soul out of that team.
Because it's the only way to get better. You're gonna
Yeah.
learn from everyone who is better or on the same level. I mean, there are always situations where you can learn from, and I will always be the guy who want to play the best player on the planet right now. So that's why I want to play him on the Mosconi Cup.
What's the goal for the team? What's the atmosphere like? Because it seemed real lighthearted at times yesterday. Josh, is it that same kind of attitude coming in? Not that you guys were taking anybody for granted, but just it seemed real loose out there. Is it the same way coming out on day 2 for you guys?
Yeah, of course. I mean, we have to give 100% in each match. I mean, the first match always set the path how the next matches will go, and obviously, if I will take the first match, we are 5-0 up. Fran has actually a free shoot in the next match. And yeah, well, we will see how it goes. It's a one single race to five, so we don't. I honestly don't know how it goes. It depends on the break, how lucky you are on the break, and
Right.
from there on, we're gonna see. I'm gonna support the team 100%. They support me, so yeah, let's hope for the best.
Yeah, I mean, it shows they got a lot of faith in you, putting you in that single spot yesterday, coming out and putting you in a single spot to lead day 1, and then following that up, I think, on the third match on day number 2 as well. You're going to be out there playing with Francisco, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken,
correct.
which will be great. It just shows they got a lot of confidence and faith in you. Do you think at all, like throughout the tournament, are you just thinking, I want to get the win in the Mosconi Cup, or do you think at all, I'm in a good spot to get MVP here?
I never think about actually MVP because it's already tough enough to beat the USA. Because obviously now with Federer, they are much stronger, and the MVP is always a bonus. But the lineup also shows that it's easier for one or two guys to be the MVP because they're going to play more matches.
Right.
So I think maybe it will change in the future that everyone has to play the same amount of matches, so the MVP gets worth more. But yeah, besides that, our goal is just to win. When I have the opportunity to play more matches, it honors me, but it also gives me more pressure maybe, but which I like. So just want to go out there, give 100%, play smart, and yeah, try my best.
You still get those butterflies and nerves going out there, Josh?
I was so nervous yesterday, also against Sky, but
Yeah.
this kind of feeling is so fun. I love it, and I can't wait for in the next couple of hours to be out there again.
Give me some advice for an amateur player, Josh. Amateur player that's going out there, he's playing his match, he's playing his tournament or whatever. Give him some advice on how to handle nerves and pressure, Josh.
I mean, the only way to do is to force yourself to go. to have that feeling. You know, play more tournaments, play against the better guys, where you have more pressure, and this is the only way you can handle it in the future.
Yeah, I love that response. Give me,
Don't don't
give,
don't hide to play, or don't be afraid. Just play and have fun.
Well, it's different in some arenas versus others. You're doing it on the
Yeah,
biggest of stages, and that's part of why if you're an American fan, you can't stand Josh Filler, or if you're a European
I
fan,
agree. I
you know
agree.
you'll love Josh. Yeah,
When I see
you know.
myself on the screen, it's maybe a different Joshua besides like off the table, but it's just a Mosconi Cup. It's a
Well,
show thing, and I just love to be out there. If some people can't handle it, I can agree with it. I
I
don't say well I hate it or something, but it's just a Mosconi Cup. Let's have fun, and don't take it too serious.
I agree with that, and if you ever met this kid off the table, you'll know that he's being 100% sincere because he's great off the table. And but I love the showmanship part of this tournament more than anything else because it gets like these like genuine, heartfelt like emotions from fans, and I love seeing that part of it too. We had a couple of questions in the chat, Josh, and then I'll let you
Yep.
go.
All right.
Panozo asks, where did the victory dance come from? So let's talk about that victory dance you've been
Well,
leaving out
obviously
there.
it's from my favorite sportsman, Cristiano Ronaldo. So
Big soccer fan, huh?
because yeah, well, not just that. I mean, I've seen a documentary what he's just doing every day.
Yeah.
He's I don't know 37, 38, I don't know, and still doing so much for the sport, and he's training hard to be still the best. I mean, he's just a role model in my opinion. So many people hate him, but I don't really understand it. What he's doing for the sport is just amazing. He's an 100% sportsman, so I always looked up to him. He's just crazy good.
You got Pia there supporting you this week, Josh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
How's
sure.
she feeling after that big shot she made for you guys for Team Germany?
She couldn't really realize it. I mean, as soon as she potted the tempo, she got so emotional, and we all went emotional. We all went
Yeah.
crazy. I mean, we trained. I mean, the funny thing is, the year before she was in the quarters playing White Su Chien, and she missed it 3 times. I mean, 3 times the match ball. She missed it 3 times in a row to be in the semis, like, in the 10 ball of the Predator Puerto Rico.
Well, we might have lost. We might have lost him. Let's see if he comes back on. I love talking this part of it because you can get a different side of Josh and the players and seeing how much they got a lot of respect for their opponents, for in this case his wife, teammate. Let's see if we can get him back on here. Well, let's see. We might have lost you, Josh, if you can hear me. If you can hear me, I'll see if I can send him a message because I really want to get his answer here. And let me turn this off. We'll give it a few minutes and see if we can bring him back on. It looks like we might have got him back on. Let me send him a message here. Refresh. The video is out. Let's see if he can see that. Shout out to our sponsors for this week, Fort Worth Billiards, of course, my man Franco Custom Cues, both out of the DFW area. They're part of our coverage for the Mosconi Cup. Big shout out to the Matcher Media team, like I mentioned, for help coordinate this and put it all together. We are going to have a day one or day two, rather, lineup show. If Panozo ever gets his ass over to the arena, we're going to try to have that as well. Rick, I see your comment. My opinion on SVB, I think it's tough. You know, he's obviously the best American player, but you know how that translates into being a good teammate is a different story. I feel like that set the tone for the Americans yesterday. Um, you know, and I'll save a lot of. I don't want to give away too much because I want to have a lot more to say on the preview show. But I think it's interesting choices today, and it's another roll of the dice. I feel like for the Europeans, it's a lot safer and a lot more dependable. So we'll see how that translates. Obviously, once the matches start, but yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get Josh back. I don't see him come back on here. I may just end up cutting the show, you guys. I appreciate all of you guys. We got like almost 300 people hanging out. Thanks to all of you all for tuning in. We'll give it one more second and see if he comes back in. But as soon as Panozo gets over there, we'll have that preview show. Let me see here. If not, then I don't want to do one while Mike's live, but I got to go to the gym here in like 20 minutes as well. So we'll see if I can even swing it. Anyhow, I'll probably just cut it short. Thanks to all you guys for hanging out with us. Thanks to Josh. Thanks to Team Europe for allowing me to do this. I really appreciate it. So keep your notifications on. We'll try to have that live chat as well during the matches, so you guys can all come and hang out and cut up. And so we'll try to do that a little later on this afternoon. But anyhow, I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks so much to our sponsors, Fort Worth Billiards, and we'll see you guys a little later on this morning. Later. Oh, hold on a second. We might have gotten Josh back. Let me see if he's coming back in here or not. Hold on a minute. Don't hit that dial too soon. Hey, you there, Josh? Can you hear me? He froze it. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, perfect.
Yeah.
We got you back. All right. I was just about to end the show too, so it was perfect timing. Tell me before I get you out of here, just how proud you were of Pia for putting that ball down, because that's a lot of pressure in its own right.
I can't really describe it in words how proud I was in that, or I'm still am, because I know myself how much pressure it is to be out there and make the winning balls and everything. And but that kind of shot is so tough from even far away towards the spot shot, and just making it for a world title is it's just incredible actually. But we
Right.
practiced
Right.
that certain shot so hard the last year that it was just meant to be that she gets it, and then in the end he took it, which is just incredible.
It's very poetic the way that life turns out sometimes. You
Yeah,
mentioned that she misses 3 match balls the year prior, and then I think it was Moritz that had a chance to put that match away in the round before, doesn't make it happen, and then Pia goes up there and just in one of the most cold-blooded shots you'll ever see in your life. I got goosebumps watching. I got goosebumps
yeah,
now, thinking about
me
it. I
too.
love one of the best photos of the year was just seeing y'all's embrace, and she has all of her emotion on her face, and you can just see what it really meant to her. So tell her congratulations for me from the whole team here at Dogging It.
Yeah,
I
I
got
will do.
nothing but respect for her. Anyhow, Josh, we'll let you go. Good luck in
All
practice
right.
today.
Yeah,
Good
thanks.
luck in your matches, and we'll see you soon, buddy. Good luck out
Yeah,
there.
see you soon. Thanks for having me.